Good morning, all of you. So I can share my screen and we can go ahead with the today's session. So last session we discussed few of the aspects in Java. I give the summary what we discussed in the last session. Last session we discussed about access modifiers. We discussed about access modifiers, or you can say access specifiers. There are four access specifiers in Java: public, next private, protected, and default. Default public meaning which is used to access the specify the global accessibility of classes, methods, variables, and constructors. Next, private meaning which is used to specify the local accessibility of classes, methods, variables, and constructors. Next, protected which is used to specify the access the class members inside the package and subclasses. Next, default, if you not mention any access specifier, then by default it will take like as the default access specifier. And after that we started the oops principles. In the oops principles there are four principles actually. There are four principles. Oops principles, there are four principles. The four principles are, I would say, first one is encapsulation, and the second one is inheritance, and third one is polymorphism polymorphism, and abstraction fourth one is abstraction. So in the last session we discussed about the encapsulation. It is the it is the process of combining variables and methods as a single entity is called encapsulation. The best example for the encapsulation is the all our Java classes. Okay, so what does it mean by class? Class is declaration of variables and methods. The best example for the encapsulation is all our Java programs are the best example for the encapsulation. So with the help of encapsulation, we can achieve code reusability. How we can achieve the code reusability? How we can achieve the code reusability? By using getters and setters method. Set is the keyword and get is also predefined keyword. Okay, whenever you are writing the setter method and getter methods, you mandatorily should use the keywords. What is the purpose of setter method? To set the value to the variable. To set the value to the variable. Next, what is the purpose of get method? To get the value from the value from the variable. Okay, value from the variable. So these are the few aspects we discussed in the last session. Okay, so today we can go ahead with very important concepts. Okay, I hope this you guys everybody clear with this area, encapsulation, right? Next, you should have the syntax like how to uh, write the getters and setters methods manually. You have the knowledge on how to write the methods. Next, after that we have the inheritance concept. Keep adding inheritance concept. Inheritance. So what is the main purpose? What is the meaning for the inheritance meaning? Inheritance meaning, it is the it is the process of it is the process of extending the extending the properties from one class to another class, one class to another class, one class to another class is called inheritance. Is called inheritance. 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 Okay, fine, very good. Now I am taking this. I am taking two classes. I'm taking two classes. One is actually, mm, I will open my IDE. For example, here I'm taking two classes. Public class demo, and from here to here, this is the scope of the class. This class is having, I'm taking two properties. One is like I would say string name. String name is the one property. String name is the one property. And next one is int age. Int age, this is the one property. Int age is the one property. Okay, this is okay, very good, clear. Again, I am taking one more class. The class name is public class tester. The class is tester. From here to here, this is the scope of the class. Now, again, the test class is also having two properties. One is the name, and the second one is int age. Second one is the int age. So if I write like this, if I write like this, the variables string name and int age already I declared in the demo class. Again, if I declare in the test class is also, then that code is called duplicate code. Then that code is called duplicate code, or I can say boilerplate code, boilerplate code, or I can say uh, redundant code, redundant code, redundant code. Are you guys clear with my points? The variables which already I declared in the demo class, the same variables which I declared, it's the same variables if I declared in one more class also. So I'm creating multiple variables, creating multiple variables, meaning we are assigning the memory to the each variables. So the variables which already I created in the demo class, already I created in the demo class. Okay, if you create the same variables in another class also, then that is called duplicate code. Then that is called duplicate code. Okay, so we don't want a duplicate code. So you can write the variables, you can declare the variables and methods in one class that you can reuse anywhere. Any program you can use. Reuse. So that is that we can do by using inheritance. So the main purpose of inheritance concept is we can we can the main purpose of inheritance is which is used we can achieve the code reusability. We can achieve code reusability. We can achieve code reusability. Are you guys clear with my word, clear with my statements? So the variables string name and int age, which already declared in the demo class. The same variables if I declared in the test class, then what does it mean? That is the duplicate code. Why? Because the variables already you declared in the demo class. Okay, if you already declared in the demo class, again why you are again why you are declaring the variables? No, right? Whatever the variables you declared inside the already demo class, those variables you can reuse. Those variables you can reuse. Okay, so that you can reuse with the help of inheritance concept. That variables you can reuse with the help of inheritance concept. So that variables, we can see inheritance with respect to variables, inheritance with respect to variables, and we'll see one by one. Okay, inheritance with respect to variables. So this is the example for with respect to variables. Now I am copying this one from here to here, and demo class with respect to variables. Uh, I will open IDE and then I will run and then I will show you the program. You will get the better clarity. Dev tools, Eclipse. లైవ్ వస్తుందా చూడండి ఎవరు అయిపోయిందా వస్తున్నా అయిపోయిందా లైవ్ 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 యూట్యూబ్లో లైవ్ వస్తున్నా అయిపోయిందా వస్తున్నా ఓకే యా So we are discussing inheritance with respect to variables. Okay, the same thing I can write a program on it and then I'll show you. You will get the better clarity on that. So I'm using the IDEs. So whatever in your case, if any Visual Studio is comfortable, you can go with that. So in my case, I'm going with the Eclipse. I'm opening with the Eclipse. I'm launching this Eclipse. So here I'm taking two classes. Okay, I'm taking two classes. I'm going to the demo and SRC, and here I can create a package. I can create package. For creating packages, the shortcut is Control N. Click on the package and I am mentioning the programs dot inheritance. This is the package which I created, and now I am creating two classes. One is the demo class. One is the demo class. The class name is the demo, and here I am taking two properties like string name and int age. Okay, string name and int age. Okay, very good. I am saving this one. Again, I am creating one more class, control N, and look for the class. Okay, next here you can mention the class name of the test. Okay, and here the properties which are already declared in the demo class. So the variables which are already you declared in the demo class, if I write like this, string name and int age, then these variables are called duplicate code. This is called duplicate code. This is called duplicate code, or I can say boilerplate code, boilerplate code, or I can say redundant code, or redundant code, redundant code. Are you guys clear with my words? The variables I already declared in the demo class. If I use the same variables inside the test class, then that variables are called the duplicate code. That variables are called duplicate code. Why? Because already you declared in the demo class. Again, the same variables we are declaring in the test class. Then that is called duplicate code. That is called duplicate code. Then how we can inherit the properties from? How you can reuse the code? How you can reuse the code which you already declared in the demo class, how you can reuse the variables in other classes, that you can reuse by using the keyword, that is the extends keyword. Extends keyword and demo class. Now test is the class. The test class is having implicitly two properties, that is the string name, and second one is the int age. This is the recommended approach. Are you guys clear with my point? This is the recommended approach. So no need to write again and again. So if you declare in one class, that code you can reuse in other classes as well. How you can reuse? By using extends keyword. By using extends keyword. So that is the advantage with the inheritance. Inheritance meaning, what is the purpose of inheritance meaning? It is the process of extending the properties from one class to another class. One class to another class. That is called inheritance. We can achieve the code reusability. You can write code at one time. That code you can reuse anywhere. So we have Java slogan also. What is Java slogan? Write once, run anywhere. Write once, run anywhere. Write once, run anywhere. That is also Java slogan, right? Run anywhere. So similarly here also, you can declare the variables at one time. Those variables you can reuse any program in the project. Okay. So how you can do that one? By using extends keyword. Extends keyword. So test is now internally the test is having two variables, two properties. That is the string name. Second one is the int age. Int age. Okay, now I want to access. I want to access those variables. If you want to access those variables, then always you can create the main method in the child class. So compared to demo class and test class, so extends is the keyword. After the extends keyword, whatever the class is available, that class is parent. Left side class is the child class. Now test class is the child class. This class is the parent. Now according to our definition, we are extending the properties from one class to another class. Meaning here we are extending the properties from parent class to child class. Extends is the keyword. Uh, After right hand side, whatever the class we have, that is the parent class. Left side class is called child class. We are extending the properties from parent class to child class. Parent class to child class. This is clear, right? Okay. Now child class implicitly meaning internally. Okay, internally, which is having two properties. One is the string name, second one is the int age. One is the string name and second one is the int age. Now you can create the object for child class, new test class, and the object name I am giving, and object data type also I am giving test class. Okay, now we can uh, so here did I initialize any values? No, I did not assign any values. Now I am assigning the values. Test name equal to some Raju. Okay, and next test um, test dot age equal to some 30. Okay, now I need to print those values. If I want to print those values, so we need print statement. Sys out, and now I can mention test name. Okay, next I can take a sysout statement, test dot age dot age. I am saving this one. Now I am running this one. You are getting the values too. Where two values are coming? These two all values are coming from the parent. Demo is the parent. These two properties are coming from the parent. These two properties are coming from the parent. Okay, that is very good. Now here I am taking the property. The property is double bank balance or double okay, bank balance will take double bank balance. Okay. uh, Now totally test have three properties. Two properties are coming from the parent. One property, the child class itself have the one property, that is bank balance. This property is called explicit property, and these two properties are called implicit properties. Are you guys clear with my clear with my words? This is called this is called explicit property, and these two properties are called these two properties are coming from the implicit. Okay, whatever the properties are coming from the parent, those properties are called implicit property. And here only in the same class only we are declaring the variables. Those variables are called explicit variables. Explicit variables. Now here also same, I can do test dot bank balance. Here I am mentioning some 2000 or 20,000 dot double zero and clear, right? అర్థమైందా? So what we are doing basically, so the variables, if you declare already in one class, those variables you can reuse any other class. Those you can reuse any other class. So that is the, we can achieve the code reusability. We can achieve code reusability. Okay, we can achieve code reusability. Code reusability. I am saving this file, and here also bank balance. This is the explicit variable, and here also I am assign the value. If I want to print that value, I need a SOP statement, sysout statement, uh, the shortcut test dot bank balance, bank balance. This is with respect to variables. I am copying this one, and this is the Raju and 30. Raju and 30. This is clear or not? Inheritance we are discussing about with respect to variables. We are discussing with respect to variables. Okay, with respect to variables. So what does it mean by inheritance? It is the process of extending the properties from one class to another class is called inheritance. Okay, we can achieve the code reusability, and we can write the code one at one class. That code you can reuse anywhere. That code you can reuse anywhere. So here we'll try to understand few points. Try to understand few points about the inheritance. Extend is the keyword. Extend. Extend is the predefined keyword. Extend is the predefined keyword. Extend is the predefined keyword which is used to extend is the predefined keyword which is used to extend the properties from one class to another class. Extend the properties from one class to another class. Extend the properties from one class to another class. One class to another class. One class to another class. Okay. So extends keyword right hand side. Extends keyword right hand side. Extends keyword, I can say right hand side, whatever the class is available, whatever the class is available, class is available, class is available, that class is called, parent class. That class is called parent class. Okay. Extends keyword left hand side. Extends keyword left hand side. Extends keyword left hand side. Whatever the class is available, whatever the class is available, whatever the class is available, that class is called, whatever the class is available, that class is called, that class is called child class. That class is called child class. Okay, whatever the extends keyword left hand side, whatever the class is available, that class is called child class. Child class. There are two classes. One is the parent class, second one is the child class. Extends is the keyword which is used to extend the properties from parent one class to another class, one class to another class, one class to another class. This is with respect to variables. Now we'll try to understand with respect to methods. Inheritance 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 with respect to methods. The same classes, I am using the same classes. Now I will go with the demo class, demo.class. So now I am removing variables. I am writing the methods. So what are the rules I need to follow while writing the methods? What is the rule number one? For return type. So I am taking void. Next rule, method name. I am taking the method name is the M1 method, and from here to here this is the scope of the method. Okay, this is the scope of the method. Here I am I will write some simple dummy message which I write m1 method coming from the parent class, parent class coming from the parent class. So I'm saving this one, and I will go to the test class. I will go to the test class, save this one. I'm saving this one, and I am going to the test class. So the m1 method already available in the parent class. If I use the same method in the test class also, then what does it mean? This is called duplicate code, or boilerplate code, or redundant code, or redundant code, Are you guys, this is clear or not? This is clear or not? So no need to write. If you declare already in one class, already I declared in the parent class, then if you declare in one class, no need to again write in other classes. So I saved this one, and I am going to the test class, and I can use the extends keyword, and then I can inherit the properties from parent. Now how you can take the main method. You can take the main method. After the main method, you can create the class new test, and we can create test variable, and the data type for the test is the test, and you can call the method test dot. The method is m1 method. The method you can call the method test dot m1 method. So that's it guys. I'm saving this one, and you can see here m1 method is coming from the parent class. Okay, m1 method is coming from the parent class. Now here I will take one more method, void m2 method, and from here to here this is the scope of the m2 method, and here I'm taking SOP statement, sysout statement. Here I'm mentioning the m2 method is coming from parent child class, and I'm saving this one, and here I'm mentioning like test dot m2 method, and I'm saving this one, and if I run this one, you can see here. So m1 method is coming from the parent, m2 method is coming from the child. This is with respect to methods. So here there is one question. The question is, for example, here I am taking y dot m1 method, same method I am taking, but implementation I will change. System dot out dot println. Here m1 method is coming from the child. Okay. Now you guys can please observe. I written m1 method in the child, and parent is also having the child, but implementation I written in the m1 method is the different, and child class is the different. In this case, there are 2 points you should remember. There are 2 points. So you can create whenever you are extending the properties, whenever you are extending the properties, always you should create the always you should create the object for child class only, object for child class only. Okay, next so when parent and child have when parent and child have same method signature, same method signature. Okay, always compiler compiler will look for the child method first, child method first. Are you guys clear with my words? So in this case, there are two methods. One method is available in the parent, and the second M1 method is available in the this is the parent method and this is the child method. Now I am calling the M1 method. Then which method will execute? Which method will execute? Always it will execute the child method. Child method, you can see here, child class. Child class. Okay. So first it will look for the child, it will look for the M1 method. Is there any M1 method which is available in the child class or not? Here if it is not available, then it will go and check in the parent class. Here it will go and check in the parent class. Here it is available, then it will execute. That is also very important point. Okay. That is also very important point. So this is with respect to methods. This is with respect to methods. Next we have the concept, that is the same points we can write in with respect to methods as well. Next, inheritance with respect to constructors. Inheritance with respect to constructors. Inheritance with respect to constructors. For example, here I am removing all the code which I written here. I am going to the demo class. Now, what is the rules for constructor? What is the rule number one? For constructor, what are the rules? What is the rule number one? Hmm? What is the rule number one? No return type. Next rule. What is the rule number two? Class name and constructor name should be the same. Okay, here I am writing some message which is I can mention demo parent constructor. Okay, I'm saving this one and I'm going to the child. Now here I'm creating one more constructor. The constructor is test class. Here I'm mentioning the message which is system.out.println, and here I mention child class constructor. Child test is the child class constructor. Child class constructor. Okay. Now I saved this one. Okay. How we can call the constructor? Creating object meaning calling the constructor only. I am creating the object for current test class. Now you can see here if I run this one, we can observe the difference. So whenever you create the constructor for the parent and child, always first parent constructor will be execute. Okay, and second child constructor will be execute. This is the interview questions. This is the interview question. They will ask. This is flow of methods. They will ask, can you please explain the flow of methods? The interview question is, can you please explain flow of methods? Flow of methods execution. Flow of methods execution. Methods execution. Flow of methods execution. Flow of methods execution. So if the parent class and child class have the same methods, so same methods, so compiler, or you can say JVM, always look for the JVM always always look for the method in first, it look for the first it look method in the child class child class in child class it is not available. In child class it is not available. It is not available. Then only it will look for the it will look for the then only it will look for the hmm, parent class. Then only it will look for the parent class. Very important point. Okay, that is called methods execution flow. Methods execution flow. And with respect to constructors, they both are opposite. Methods and constructors are here when you call the object, creating object meaning, creating the creating the object meaning, calling the constructor only, calling the constructor only, creating the object meaning, calling the constructor only. When you call the constructor, when you call the constructor, when you call the constructor, first parent constructor will be execute. First parent constructor will be execute. Constructor will be execute. Execute. After parent constructor. After parent constructor. Next child constructor will be execute. Child constructor will be execute. Next child constructor will be execute. This is clear or not? So we are discussing about the inheritance with respect to variables, with respect to methods, and with respect to constructors. So the common questions they will ask. If you attend 3 years of experience also, if they will ask the questions on the Java, these are the questions. So can you please explain methods execution flow? Can you please explain constructor execution flow? These are the questions they will ask. These are the questions they will ask. Any queries in this area with respect to methods, with respect to variables, with respect to constructors? Any questions, any queries in this area? So we discussed 3 areas with respect to variables, with respect to methods, with respect to constructors. In these 3 areas, anyone have any queries? Very, very, very important. Huh? Duplicate. Huh? Duplicate class కాదు. ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు ఈ వేరియబుల్స్ ఒక క్లాస్లో డిఫైన్ చేసావంటే ఇదే వేరియబుల్స్ మళ్ళీ ఇంకో క్లాస్లో డిఫైన్ చేస్తే అది డూప్లికేట్ అవుతుంది. నువ్వు ఆల్రెడీ డిక్లేర్ చేసావు కదా, మళ్ళీ ఇంకో దాంట్లో డిక్లేర్ చేస్తే అది డూప్లికేట్ అవుతుంది. అలా డూప్లికేట్ వేస్తే నీకు మనకి సోనార్ క్యూబ్ అని చెప్పేసి కొన్ని టూల్స్ ఉంటాయి. కోడ్ని టెస్ట్ చేసేటప్పుడు డూప్లికేట్ కోడ్ ఉండకూడదు. డూప్లికేట్ కోడ్ ఉంటే అది ఏమవుతుంది, ఇట్ విల్ ఇంక్రీజ్ ద లైన్స్ ఆఫ్ కోడ్. ఇట్ విల్ ఇంక్రీజ్ ద లైన్స్ ఆఫ్ కోడ్. కంపైలేషన్ టైంలో ఎక్కువ లైన్స్ ఉంటే ఎక్కువ టైము దాన్ని కంపైల్ చేయాలి, అప్పుడు నీకు ఎక్కువ టైం తీసుకుంటుంది. సో ఏంటంటే నువ్వు వేరియబుల్స్ ఒకసారి డిక్లేర్ చేసావంటే ఆ వేరియబుల్స్ని మళ్ళీ మనం డిఫరెంట్ వేస్లో మనం వాడుకోవాలి. ఒకసారి వేరియబుల్స్ని డిఫైన్ చేస్తావు, ఆ వేరియబుల్స్ని నీ ఎంటైర్ ప్రోగ్రామ్లో ఎన్నిసార్లు అని వాడుకోవచ్చు. అది దట్ ఈస్ ద అడ్వాంటేజ్ విత్ ద ఇన్హెరిటెన్స్. With the help of inheritance, you can achieve the code reusability. Code reusability. So if you go with this approach, you can reduce the code of lines. Okay, you can declare in one time, so that this variables you can reuse anywhere in the project. Anywhere in the project. Okay, the same variables if I write in all the classes, then what will happen? So obviously, the entire project code will be huge. So that is not a good programmer. As a developer, you can write the code at one time that you can reuse anywhere. That you can reuse anywhere in the project. So that is the advantage with the Java. That is the one more advantage with the Java. This is clear or not? We are discussing with respect to variables, with respect to constructors, and with respect to variables. They will ask in the interview, if you attend any fresher level interview in the Java domain, they will ask these kind of questions. Can you please explain methods execution flow? If the both classes having the same methods, then which method will execute first? These kind of questions they will ask. And that is with respect to methods. And they will ask the questions with respect to constructors. If the same class is having two constructors, if the same class, when we have the parent class and child class, which constructor will execute first? In the constructor case, parent constructor will be execute first. In methods case, child method will execute first. These are the difference you have to remember. These are the difference we have to remember. I hope this is clear. Inheritance is clear. The main purpose of inheritance is code reusability. You can write code at one time. That code you can reuse anywhere. Okay, simply you can write the program in the variables you can write in one class. That variables you can reuse anywhere. So that is the advantage with the inheritance. Okay. So I hope this is clear. So once you familiar with this area, basic part. In the inheritance, we have types of inheritance. The next heading is types of inheritance. The next heading is types of inheritance. In inheritance, there are five types. Is multi-level inheritance, multi-level inheritance, and third one is hierarchical inheritance, hierarchical inheritance. Fourth one is multiple inheritance. Fifth one is hybrid inheritance. Single level meaning only one class. We can extend the properties from parent to child class, parent to child class, parent to child class. Only one level. So in the name itself, we have the meaning. Single level meaning only one level. Level is called multi-level. We can extend the properties from. We can extend the properties. We can extend the properties from parent to child more than child class, more than one level, more than one level, more than one level. Next we have hierarchical inheritance. Hierarchical inheritance, multiple child classes, multiple child classes extend the properties from one single parent class. Single parent, single parent class is called hierarchical inheritance. Next we have the multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance meaning one child class can inherit the properties from multiple parents. one child class one child class inherit the properties from inherit one child class inherit the properties from multiple parents. Multiple parents multiple parent classes are called multiple inheritance. So here, with respect to classes is not possible, but through the interface we can achieve multiple inheritance. Multiple, that I will show you programmatically. I will show you. Okay, next we have hybrid inheritance. Hybrid inheritance meaning the combination of any two combinations, single level and hierarchical, we can say hybrid inheritance, and single level and multiple inheritance, we can say hybrid inheritance. So the combination of any two any two types any two types of inheritance is called hybrid inheritance. This is clear. Five types I am giving complete outline. Now we'll go ahead with one by one. Now we can go ahead with one by one. So first we can go ahead with the single level inheritance. Single level inheritance. Single level meaning only one level. So the definition for the single level, we can extend the properties. We can extend the properties from parent class to child class. Child class is called single level inheritance. Single level inheritance. The name itself have the meaning. Single level meaning only one level. So here I can write the syntax for the single level. So I'm taking the parent class, public class, parent class, and from here to here this is the scope of the parent class, and public class, and here I'm taking child class, and from here to here this is the scope of child class. And so here there are some properties, like parent properties are like, I would say, string name and all. I want to extend the properties from there to here. How can I extends keyword and parent, extends keyword and parent. So this is the syntax. Okay, I will write a program and then I will show you. So here I'm creating control n. The class name is, I'm mentioning like as the parent. I'm mentioning like as the parent. Okay. Here I'm taking the properties. You can take the properties method or anything you can take. Okay. I'm taking the method m1 method, and I'm taking print statement. Inside print statement, I'm writing some dummy message which I can mention. M1 method coming from parent class. Save this one. Again, I am going to the child class. Control and look for the class and mention child class. Mention child class. Okay, now can extend the properties from parent. So here, save this one, and if I mention void m2 method, and from here to here this is the scope of the method sysout statement, and I am mentioning m2 method is coming from m2 method is coming from child class. Okay, so I'm creating the main method and I'm calling. So whatever we did, it's the same program I'm writing here. Okay, nothing different. Okay, main method, you can look for the main method and you can create the class for the object for the child class. Always you should create the object for the child class. Okay, child equal to new child, and you can call the methods child dot m1 method, and next child dot m2 method, child dot m2 method. You can save this file and you can run this file. You will get the output. This is clear or not? This is single level inheritance. This is single level inheritance. Guys, clear? Next we have the concept that is the multi-level. Multi-level meaning more than one level. The name itself we have the meaning. Multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance. The heading is multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance. We can extend the properties from, we can extend the properties more than one level. Extend the properties more than one level. We can extend the properties more than one level. More than one level is called multi-level inheritance. Is called multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance. Are you guys clear with my words? Now I am taking generations like a grandfather, father, and current our generation. So what happens generally? Grandfather have any properties, that properties who will inherit? Our father will inherit. If the father have any properties, who will inherit? Child. Whatever the kids have that father, so obviously those kids will inherit. The same thing, the same scenario, how you can write the programmatically. That you can write the programmatically by using inheritance. The same thing, I'm taking three generations: grandfather, father, and our generation. Okay. So in this case, you are having three levels. Not only three, you can take more than number of like you can take the 10 levels, 30 levels, number of levels you can take. So for understanding purpose, we are taking with three generations. Taking with three generations. So directly I can go and then I will write the program here. So I'm taking here, I will give the syntax for the multi-level syntax. Public class grandfather. Grandfather is the one class. Very good. Grandfather is the one class. Very good. Next, grandfather has the property. Void. He has property. Some land. He has the land property. He has land property. Okay. Very good. Next, after grandfather generation, who has the generation? Public class. Father's generation. Father's generation from here to here. This is the scope of the class. Now whatever grandfather is having, this property obviously it will go to the son. And here I am extending the properties, and I can mention the father, grandfather, grandfather. Okay, now this father is implicitly having land property. Again here father is also having one more property, that is void plots. He purchased some plots in Bangalore, so he has the property, that is the plots. He has the plots. Okay, now the father has two properties. One, he has the plots in Bangalore, and he has the land in somewhere, land in somewhere. Okay, now this is our current generation. Current generation is the son generation. Public class name is the son, and extends the father, extends the father from here to here. This is the scope of the class. Now the son also have some gold, or he also have some apartments. Now the son is the rich person. Why? Because the son have the land, the son have the plots, and the son have the apartments as well, apartments as well. So like this you can generally can analyze, you can write the Java programs. Now the same, this is the syntax for the multi-level inheritance. Now uh, I can save this file, where I can mention the file. Today classes we are discussing about inheritance, right? Inheritance. And the same program I will write here, and then I will show you. Control N. The class is grandfather. Grandfather. Okay, here I'm taking the method void land method. Okay, he has 10 acres of land. Like that, I am taking uh, some dummy message I am writing. He has 5 acres of land. 5 acres of land. Okay, saving this one. And 5 acres of land, you can take some anywhere. Normally, you can take 5 acres of land. Next class is father class. Next class is father. Here also I am taking the one more method. So he inherited the properties from parent to grandfather to father. Extends. You can mention the class name grandfather. Okay. Now take the method. He purchased some plots. Some plots. Okay. Here I am writing the message system.out.println, and he has 5 plots in Bangalore. 5 plots in Bangalore. 5 plots in Bangalore. This is the message I have written here. Okay, very good. Again, one more class I am taking. The class is sun. The class is the sun class. Sun class, and sun is also extended the properties. Whatever the properties the parent is having, it is inheriting. Father. Okay, so with the help of land and plot, he has. I'm taking one more method. He has some apartments. Apartments method. I'm taking this one, and here I'm mentioning like as he has 10 apartments in Bangalore. He has 10 apartments in Bangalore. 10 apartments in Bangalore. Okay. Now you can see here. So whatever the sun class is having, whatever the sun class is having, now the sun have 5 acres of land, 5 plots, and 10 apartments. All the properties are now belong to whom? Belong to sun class. Okay, fine, very good. Now I need to call all the methods. If you want to call all the methods, always you should create the object for the child class. You can create a main method, and inside the main method, create the object for the sun class. Sun equal to new sun, and this object name you should give the relevant. Okay, the object has to speak. when you see the name of the object, you will the object has to speak, meaning you should give the relevant name. You should give the relevant name. If you give any name also, it will take. If I take like this also, but it should be the relevant. No, this is not a relevant. You should give the relevant name. I am giving the relevant name. So the sun details I am storing in the sun variable. Sun variable. This is the relevant name. Okay. And now I am calling the methods sun dot m1 method and sun dot methods are different, right? Sun dot land method. Land method is coming from the, you can see here, grandfather. Very good. Next sun dot. Next method, plots method is coming from father. Next method is sun dot apartments. Apartments is coming from the sun. Click on this, save the file, run the program. That's it. These all our properties are belong to present now whom? Sun. So this is a way writing of a program with three generations. Three generations. Not only three, you can take number of generations. So for basic level, we took three generations. Three generations. This is clear or not? This is clear, right? Next inheritance is the hierarchical inheritance. Next inheritance is the hierarchical inheritance. Hierarchical inheritance. Hierarchical. There is a little difference, guys. Hierarchical inheritance. You have to understand the pulse of the difference. There is a little difference. Multiple classes, multiple classes, multiple classes, multiple child classes. Extend the properties from single parent. Extend the properties from single parent is called hierarchical inheritance. Hierarchical inheritance. For example, we can assume one father has two kids. Are you guys clear with my words? One father has two kids. One kid is the daughter and one kid is the son. The father has gold, like 10 kg of gold, and he has 10 acres of land. So the father has to decide. So after marriage done by son and daughter, the father has decided gold has to be given to daughter and the land has to given to the son. The same scenario, how you can write the program. So in this case, parent is the only one person. The parent is having the two children, father and daughter, father and daughter, and the properties he want to dispense the properties to kids. Okay, one gold property he has to decide to give to the daughter, and next land property he wants to give to the son. How we can write the program? That I am writing the syntax here. The same scenario I am writing the syntax here. The syntax here is I am taking public class parent. You can say father. Father have two properties. One is the gold property, void gold property, and yes, simple programs. Okay, don't confuse. Very easy programs. Gold, and he has land. Okay, gold and land. So the father has to dispense his properties to his kids. I'm taking one more class, public class, daughter, daughter class, and daughter is extending the gold property, extends father, and next syntax is public class son extends father. This is the syntax. This is clear or not? The same program, I will go here and then I will write the same program. The same program. I can create one package. Package shortcut is to look for the control and click the package and mention the package. And here package name I am giving hierarchical inheritance. Hierarchical inheritance. Hierarchical inheritance. Okay. Now I am saving this one. Now I am taking the class is the father. Class, you can look for the class and the class name is father. And here the father is having two properties, void gold property, and from here to here this is the scope of the class. And here I am taking the method a has 10 kg of gold. Okay, next up, void land, he has 10 acres land. He has 10 acres of land. 10 acres of land. Okay, save this one. And this property he want to dispense to his kids. Click on control N, and I am taking one more class. The class name is daughter class, and the daughter class is extend taking the properties from parent. The parent name is father. So instead of parent and daughter, you can use names as well. Class names is our wish, and she's extend the properties from parent, and I am creating the main method. Look for the main method, and inside the main method you can create the object for the daughter daughter d equal to, I am mentioning daughter. Okay, object got created, d dot gold. That's it. If I run this one, you will get the output. This is with respect to daughter. Okay, she got 10 kg of gold. Very good. Now take one more class, mention son. Okay, click on son and extend the properties of father. And main method, can take the main method and create the son object. Son equal to new son, and you can call the method son dot land method. You can call the land method. So that's it guys. You can see here he has 10 acres of land. Okay, next we discuss that there are three types of inheritance. I'm going with this one. This is done. Single level is done. Multi-level is done. Hierarchical is done. Multiple inheritance meaning only one child class can inherit the properties from multiple parents. This is not possible with the through classes, but that you can do by using interfaces. Interfaces is also very important concept in Java that we can discuss at the time of interface. The OOPS principles, we have the interfaces, right? Abstraction. So once we complete the abstraction, so we will discuss about the multiple inheritance and hybrid inheritance also. So this is inheritance. What you guys will do, you can refer the documents. Like you can look for the types of inheritance examples in Java. There are open source. Java is the open source. You can go with these documents and then you can see. So in my way, I can explain few of the examples. You can refer these documents also, and you can try to understand how they write the program. You can see they explain with the diagrams. So A class, B class, single level, and multiple like this. This is the derived class, intermediate class, base class. Base is the parent. Okay, like that. Then go, you can see here only one parent, multiple childs. Next, only one child, multiple parents. Multiple parents. That I will tell you. This is possible with the interfaces, not through the classes. This is possible with the interfaces. I will tell you. And if you understand these three, then hybrid is very easy. This combination of every two levels is called hybrid inheritance. Hybrid inheritance. So this is all about inheritance. In the inheritance, we discuss three types. This type we will discuss at the time of interface. I will tell you. This is also very, 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 very important. I will tell you at the time of interface. And if you understand these four levels, then this is very easy. Any combination of two types like multi-level and hierarchical is called hybrid. A multi-level, single level is called hybrid. Any two levels, combination of any two levels is called, any combination of any two types is called hybrid. Okay. So these are the types of inheritance. This is clear. Anyone have any questions, please let me know. All of you, can you please check this document? All of you, can you please check this document? And if you have any queries, please let me know. Please check this document, and if you have any queries, please let me know. Online guys, any queries? If not, can you please share your names in the chat box? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, guys. Thank you.